Hi everyone, I am Shah. Today you are going to learn about Microsoft's new tool called Power Automate Desktop. So this is the first 30-minute session where you will start from zero and you will be having a hands-on session on Power Automate Desktop. I am Shah. I am an automation enthusiast. I have a lot of different certifications on robotic process automation. I am leading as an automation lead for North America in a multinational company. I have been working on multiple web and mobile applications and multiple automations and also on augmented and virtual realities. To know more about me, you can go to my website www.shahinshaw.com and you can go to portfolio to look at my different tutorials, certifications, websites and games that I have been developing. Today we are going to cover a lot of different topics, starting from what is RPA, what is Microsoft Power Platform, what is Power Automate Desktop, and do the hands-on on Power Automate Desktop. So first, let's understand what is RPA. RPA is robotic process automation. You have a lot of daily repetitive, mundane, tedious tasks. So if the process of creating and training this software bot is called robotic process automation. Basically, you are creating a bot which can help you. When you say bot, it's not a physical bot, it's a software bot. It's yet another program which helps you to do automation. So RPA is kind of creating a digital workforce or a virtual employee to our organizations, or it's a software bot which will help you to do your automations on behalf of you. So why we should go for RPA? RPA has a lot of benefits. That is the reason why the organizations are running towards RPA. So definitely there is a huge benefit of using RPA in terms of time, cost, speed. If a human is doing some task, let's say a data entry task, and then is entering data from Excel to a web forms. So obviously he's slow when compared to a bot, and then the error rate will be very minimal when bot is doing it, and this bot can run 24/7. The productivity will be increased a lot and the cost will be saved. So that is the reason why the companies are going ahead with RPA, so that humans can focus on more important work, more intelligent work. So RPA has started with tedious repetitive tasks, but over the time RPA bots are also becoming intelligent with the help of AI and ML. So the another great benefit of RPA tools is that it's low-code, no-code platform, meaning that it's not just for developers, it's for even non-developers. It's not just for the IT employees, but also for any sector employees. So if you see the tools like Teams and Power BI, earlier people were thinking that, okay, how should I use this Power BI? But today it has become a normal for everyone that they are using Power BI and Teams as if it's a day-to-day job. So similarly, these RPA tools are going to become very popular, that everyone starts using this, especially the Power Automate Desktop from Microsoft. So what are the regular generic use cases for robotic process automation? I would say that data entry, data scraping, data manipulation, PDF, image related data extraction, report generations. These are the most common use cases, and these are the very high frequency use cases by most of the organizations and most of the people. There are n number of different robotic process automation tools like Blue Prism, UiPath, Automation Anywhere, and the new market entry is by Power Automate Desktop. So let's go ahead and see what Power Platform is. So let me go ahead. So Microsoft Power Platform consists of a lot of applications. So one such is Power BI. So Power BI is useful for data visualizations. So it's a drag and drop tool for creating data visualizations with a lot of different sources, data sources behind. And then Power Apps, it's useful for creating the web and mobile applications. It's a low-code platform to develop applications which can be used internal to organization or to its customers. And Power Automate, so Power Automate is where our Power Automate desktop tool comes. So Power Automate is a place where you can automate stuff for your organization. So the sub part of this is Power Automate Desktop, which is the desktop version for RPA to do your tedious, boring stuff to be automated. So Power Automate has two, one online and the other one is desktop. So online version is to do anything related to APIs, related to your emails and everything, just online triggers and different things which you can do through online. Whereas if you wanted to do anything with your desktop, to run on your desktop, to automate on your desktop, then you need to go to the Power Automate Desktop. We'll discuss about this in details later. Power Virtual Agents is for developing the chatbots. So this is a low-code, no-code platform for developing chatbots. So this Microsoft Power Platform is getting stronger day by day, and then it helps the organizations, it helps the individuals to develop stuff out of the box with just a drag and drop rather than writing the complex coding. The features of these Power Platform is growing exponentially day by day. So keep an eye on this Power Platform. This is definitely is going to help you and also your organization. So now coming back to our Power Automate Desktop. So Microsoft had made an announcement that Power Automate Desktop is going to be free for all the Windows 10 users. This is a great news. There are multiple RPA vendors like Blue Prism, Automation Anywhere, UiPath. UiPath has a commercial version and also a community version. So all the other tools, if you need to use it in an organization, then you have to end up paying high prices. Whereas with this market entry of Power Automate Desktop, Microsoft is going to make a huge difference by giving it free to people with limited things to do. However, this is good enough for each individual to do stuff. So to download Power Automate Desktop, just go to flow.microsoft.com, or you can just Google Power Automate Desktop, then you will end up here, and then you can just go ahead and download this Power Automate Desktop. Let's go ahead and see what is Power Automate Desktop. So we have seen RPA. So to do RPA, we need a tool. So those tools are kind of UiPath and Blue Prism. So I have done a video on RPA UiPath 0 to Hero. It's in YouTube, and also I have a course in Udemy. You can search on YouTube RPA UiPath in 30 minutes, or you can go to Udemy and search RPA UiPath 0 to Advanced. Then you will find my courses. And then I'm doing this series with Power Automate Desktop because it's going to be free and people can use it on their day-to-day job. So what I did is I already downloaded and installed. It's a straightforward download and install. You just after downloading, double click on it and you'll get next. And once you have downloaded and installed Power Automate Desktop, then you go to your start and type Power Automate Desktop. Then you see this, open it. And the first screen is this, where you see whatever the flows are already created, or if there are any flows that has been shared with you. So I'm going to create our first flow. Let me call this as hello world as always. And I have created it. Once you create, just click on this. So this view, basically this view just talks about how many flows you have in your local and how many has been shared. And this is the free version. There are some premium features which we are not going to discuss at this point, but for most of the automations, this free version is good enough. But if you want to handle things from cloud and connect the things to the cloud, then you need to go for a premium. We'll discuss that in a bit. First, let's discuss about what is in the free version and how to use this one. So this is editor. Basically, this is the home screen, and this is the editor for developing your workflows. So this is the editor interface. As you see in every software, this is the menu bar with minimal options like any other Office product. And then this is actions. So there are 100+ actions available in Power Automate Desktop. These actions, every action has a meaning. For example, if you have to do something with PDF, so you just type PDF, then you see that, okay, what are the things? Extract text from PDF, extract images from PDF, merge PDF. So these kind of actions are available. So these are general actions which you perform on your PC. If I say web related action, so it gets what are the web related actions that we can do. Go to a web page, press on it, click on it, or enter text, these kind of actions on the web. If you want to see Excel related, then you go to Excel, type Excel, you'll see all the Excel related stuff. So here there are different groups which helps us in what we need to do. For example, say UI automation, then here you can see that what are the different things we can do with UI automation. And if you want to do something with file related stuff, copy files, move files, all these things are built-in actions in Power Automate Desktop. And then this is location where you save, you run, and these are web and desktop recorders, which we will be seeing in a bit. And this, when you create a flow, by default main is the first and default flow, and you can create subflows as well. For developers it's like main function, and then you can also create sub functions, and you can call sub functions from the main function. This is where you write your automation flow. So it's a sequence where you can drag and drop things into this one. For example, I wanted to showcase a message box. I'm just typing message and then I'm dragging it. So now for your step, you got this for action, you have got this properties. So what are the different properties available for each action differs on what action you have chosen. This is the properties for display message. I'm saying that message box title is hi, and I wanted to say hello world, and then what kind of it's a information, and then okay, cancel, yes, no, what are the buttons you need, and some other properties. So once you set all the required properties, then you can save it, and you can just say saved, and you can just say run. So once you say run, it runs the program. So this is how you have a sequence of actions to perform. You drag and drop those actions, set the properties, and then you run your automations. And the right side here has three things. One is variables. Whenever you see X left and right parenthesis, then that's called variables. You see all your variables here. So once we start creating the bigger automation, you'll see number of variables popping up here. And then this is UI elements. So when this is UI elements and this is images, whenever you are doing with type into click or something, you need this UI elements to be stored with selectors, meaning that it says where to click, what to click, or where to type. So that kind of UI element will be stored in this location. We'll also see in a bit. So those images and UI elements will be stored here. And let's see next about variables. There are a lot of different things available in variables, but for assigning or creating a variable, let's drag set variable. I'm dragging set variable, and then I wanted to give the name of my variable as message body, and then let me say the value of it will be welcome to Power Automate Desktop tutorial. I'm saving this, And then now instead of hard coding this as hello world, let's choose from the variables. As I said, whenever you see this symbol, it means that you can select the variables. So I'm saying message body is what I need, and then it has selected this. Now save it. So here you're not going to write any code. You just drag and drop and do things in properties, and then everything will be done for you. So here if you see, now they have two variables, message body as well. So I'm going to run this. So earlier it said hello world, but now it will say welcome to Power Automate desktop tutorial. So welcome to Power Automate desktop tutorial. So you can also change the variable value here, or you can just double click and change the variable value. Then you can see that that will be showcased in display message. So this is the variables. Now let's close this, and if you want to run it directly from here, then you can go from the home page and you can go just click on run, then it's going to run the flow for you. So this flow is run. So now let's see the next one. Interesting thing will be, for example, say browser automation, where you need to do something with respect to browser or web. Then you are going to say new flow, and let me say browser automation. Oops. So it has opened, and let's see. Let me directly go to web automation, and then I am dragging and dropping launch new Chrome instance. So I drag the launch new Chrome instance, and then I'm giving the initial URL as google.com, and you have some advanced features like maximized window, is it in incognito, clear cache, all those different things you can set. So for now, let's go with the basic that you wanted a maximized window with google.com open, and you are done. Save this, and then when you run this, so basically what happens is that it's going to open Chrome, and then it's going to show the chrome.com. Now you see that a flow variable browser is created. So this is the instance of this browser which is opened. And next, what I wanted to do is I wanted to type something, or basically I wanted to type text into my Google. So here I dragged populate text field on web page. Yes, I wanted to populate a text field on Google page, and then here is the UI element. So basically you should say which UI element you wanted to type this text into. So we need to say RPA tool, this Power Automate desktop, where do you want to type? So for that you need to go add a UI element. So I'm saying add new UI element, and then if you see this, you are going to actually see it can recognize everything on this page. So why is this happening? How is this happening? So while installation, I said that while installation, at the end of installation, make sure that you enable the extension for Chrome. So if you see that here is Microsoft Power Automate installation, or a extension which is added to Chrome. So this is the reason why this Power Automate desktop is able to understand each and every element in your Chrome browser. If you don't have that extension enabled or installed, you cannot see that. So this is a general mistake. Many people do that. Without extension, they'll say it's not working, but you have to install the extension while you installing it. So now when you see this one, you see different things are identified on the Chrome. And then to select that, for example, you need to select this input, then use be there, and then press Control. So you be there and then press Control left click. So when I say Control left click, it has identified this element, and I'm saying OK, and I'm saying save. So what I have not given any text. So whenever you didn't give any mandatory fields, you are going to get an error. So basically you need to give a text. So here let me give my name. I'm saving this. So you save it, and now let me close this google.com window, and then you are going to run this one. So google.com opened and it typed Shahenshah Sheikh. So now the next thing is, let's go ahead and do click. So I wanted to click link on web page. So I'm selecting that. Again, it has automatically chosen browser variable because there is one browser instance. And then here I'm going to add a new UI element. Basically, I need to click on Google search. So here I selected this, and then I'm saying control left click, and it understood this one, and I'm saying done. So now it understood and save. So if you see this right side UI elements, now you can see two UI elements. So one is for input text, the other one is for Google search. So that is where these UI elements can be are stored basically. So if you want to use, or if you want to capture all the UI elements before doing this automations, then basically you can add all the UI elements in one shot from this add UI element wizard. So I'm saving this, and then I'm going to run this. Let me close the existing one, and then click on run. So it opened google.com, it typed that and then clicked on search. So now let me say I wanted to click on Udemy link. So for example, I need to click on this. Again, I'm going to click on a link and dragging this, and then this time let's do one thing. Let's add a UI element from this, add an UI element, and then I wanted to choose this one. So I kept my cursor there, and then I'm saying control left click, and it is added here, and then I'm saying done. So now when I drag click link on my web page, now you can see all the elements that are available here. So this is Google search, this is this. Unfortunately I didn't see this. Let me go back here and see. Okay, now it says it's a different page. Let me drag and drop this one. For some weird reason it didn't show. Anyway, I'm going to add a new UI element, and then here I'm selecting it, and then say control left click, then it selected, and then I'm saying OK, and now it has been saved and it knows where to click. So we saved it, and then I'm going to close my browser, and then I'm going to run this. So what happens is it starts from the first step, and it opened Chrome, it opened Google, and then it opened, it typed Shahenshah Sheikh, and then it clicked on Google search, and then it went to the results page, and then it clicked on the first link, Shahenshah Sheikh, and then you see my course in the Udemy. So this is how you can actually, in your case, if you have any web related automations, you can definitely go ahead and use these activities, and you can automate your stuff. So you basically saved this, and then you can also run from here. So once I click here, then it's going to run it. Yeah, it started running now. It opened, typed, clicked, and then again clicked. So this is how Power Automate desktop automation works. Similarly, let's do some PDF related stuff. So for that, let me download some sample PDF. So let me save this PDF in documents. So that's a sample PDF which I have downloaded. I'm going to create a new flow, PDF automation, and then open this PDF automation. So once it is open, let us see what are the PDF related actions available. So extract images, extract text. So let me drag this extract text from this one, and then I wanted to select a file. So let me go ahead and select from document sample one. I have selected, and then I want all the pages. If there is a password, you can give the password. If there is no password, just keep it, save. And then now I'm extracting the text. If you see, there is an output variable called extracted PDF to text. You don't even need to create a variable, it's by default created. So the output of this is in extracted PDF text. For example, if you want to write this into a file, so there is a file. So let me say write text to file. So I'm dragging write text to file and then giving the file path. Let's say I wanted to create in documents only, and I wanted to create a file name called PDF to text.txt. So this is the file which I'm going to create, text to write. So basically I am choosing the variable which has been created from the first action. Append a new file, new line. If there is existing file, then it's going to append. If there is no file, it's going to create. So it says if file exists, override existing content or append it. So I'm for now I'm overwriting it because there is nothing exists, and then saving this. So let's save this whole flow, and then let's go ahead and run this. So it ran, and then let's see what happened here. So I'm going to my documents. If you see, PDF to text is created, and if you see, so this is a simple PDF to text. So let's see the actual content. So a simple PDF file to text, continued on page 2, continued on, okay, there is page 2 as well. So continued on page 2, simple PDF file 2. So this is the content that is taken from the PDF. So like this, if you have hundreds of PDFs to be done, you can loop through a directory, and then you can extract the PDF content from PDF to text or to some other location. So this is how you can do a lot of different things. For example, let's go ahead and look at recorders. There are two types of recorders. One is web recorder, and the other one is a desktop recorder. So let's see both now. So these recorders are really powerful, and we don't have to always drag and drop each and every action. Instead, we can use this recorder so that it does the job of getting the selectors and then creating the flow. So let's go ahead and have a look at web recorder. So I'm going to click on web recorder, then a wizard comes. So I'm going to use Chrome. You can use any of the four, but you have to have this extension enabled. So it opened Chrome, and the first thing is you need to do is start recording. So I'm going to say start recording, and then I'm going to say I wanted to open google.com. So now if you see, it changed to google.com, and then I need to type I am typing Shahenshah Sheikh, and then I'm going to click on Google search. So keep checking. So here it has populated text with Shahenshah Sheikh, and then it has clicked on it, and it went to this page. And then I'm going to click on this one, Udemy. So now I have recorded my actions. Once the actions are recorded, just click on finish. So now you don't have to hustle with all variables or selectors, all those things. It has taken care of everything. So now let me go ahead and then run this. So when I run this, then it should launch Chrome browser, and then it should type Shahenshah Sheikh, and then it should click on it, and then click on the this link. So if there are any hiccups, so for example, it's saying click on something. So there was some hiccup here. So let me, if you face some hiccup, then check out or re-record it. Most of the times re-recording will help you in eliminating the issues. There are chances that there may be some things which yeah, so now it clicked on it and then it opened. So this is how you can do web recording. So all the other things has been taken care by the recorder. So let's I saved it, and then let's go ahead and create another flow, which let me call it as a desktop recorder, and showcase how the desktop recorder is so much powerful, because if you see the actions, that are available, it has predefined list of actions. If you need to do something with a new application altogether, which is installed in your local, then desktop recorder helps you really to work on it. For example, I wanted to work with calculator. So I'm going to use this desktop recorder, and then let me say start recording, and I'm going to start, and I'm saying calculator, and then I'm going to click on calculator, and once calculator is open, I'm saying 9 into 6 equal to. So now my actions are done. So I'm going to just click on finish. So what it does is basically it has recorded everything which I did, and then it has actually created a flow for me. So this is really powerful. For example, if you want to change anything in this, yes, you can in fact change it with this variables. When I double click it, and then you will see that what are the different properties that has been sent along with this each action. So this is a left click, this is a press, and all those things. So when I run this, so I'm running this, so what it should do is it should come to start and then type calculator. Unfortunately it didn't open it. Okay, so the first step of clicking here is vanished. So let me try it again. So to delete this, for example, if you need to delete everything, then you say Control A, then it will select everything, and right click. If you see right click, there are different options. I'm deleting everything. And then for example, let's simply go ahead and take calculator directly. So I'm opening calculator first itself. And here I'm going desktop. It opens a wizard, and then say start recording. So once you are start recording, I'm saying 9 into say 688 equal to. So now all these actions has been taken care. I'm clicking on finish. If things are not going well, make sure that you actually re-record it, so it will be taking care of all the errors which you have. So let me go ahead and say that now I'm running this. So it 9 into 88 792, it has clicked it. So this is how you can actually achieve the desktop recording. Desktop recording can be done with any application. Basically it remembers everything which you record during it. If you want to pass it with variables, then you can create variables. You can read those variables from any other applications like Excel. You can read it and then enter it into the application. So this is really powerful, but this is a very simple example using our calculator. So similarly, now there are a different number of actions that are available with so for example, if you want to send and receive email, you go to email, then you say send email and retrieve email. And if you want to do something with Outlook, then you can read Outlook emails and you can send emails through Outlook. And then if you wanted to do anything with Excel, because most of the people are working with Excel and they do a lot of data manipulations with Excel. So there are a different number of Excel manipulations, like reading from Excel, writing into Excel, manipulating Excel. Those Excel actions are definitely available. So everything is, you just need to drag and set the properties, then you will be able to achieve your actions. Similarly, if you want to do with a database, to read from any database, you have to have the connection string, and then you give that inputs, and you can able to run, execute things, and then you can retrieve it into any other locations. So like this is the basic overall overview of Power Automate Desktop. You can achieve most of the automations with the help of Power Automate Desktop. Again, this is not as matured as UiPath or Blue Prism for that matter, because UiPath is there from long time, and then it has advanced features. It has even AI capabilities to bring in. Given that Microsoft is not going to sit idle, over the time Microsoft is going to improve Power Automate Desktop a lot. So now is the time, I would say, that go ahead, download, explore, learn, and start implementing your day-to-day tasks with the help of Power Automate Desktop, as it is free. Once you get to the next level, become an expert, then you can actually automate the complex processes, end-to-end processes. At that point, you might be needing the premium version so that you can run these automations in a remote machines, or handle these automations from a central repository from Power Automate Online. I hope this session was very much useful, and then if you need more details, you can reach out to me in comments or in my website. And also I'm going to create a series of videos which talks from the basic zero of Power Automate Desktop till the point of running these 24/7 on a virtual desktop, and also scheduling these ports. The best part of this is that you can also schedule or trigger it. For example, there is some action happened, based on that action you need to run this, or you need to run this at a particular time for every day or every week or every month. You can also run this automation. That is the ultimate goal, to automate a lot of different things with attended and unattended ways of doing it. So that I will be posting the update on my Udemy course for Power Automate Desktop from zero to hero. Again, it won't be more than 8 hours. Within just 8 hours, you can become a pro on Power Automate Desktop. Please leave your comments, subscribe to my channel. Thank you.